Hi, besties. Welcome to the Feral Fiction Podcast, where dark romance meets zero chill.
Where red flags are aesthetic, morally gray men are our love language, and our therapists have questions.
If you've ever thrown your Kindle, developed a parasocial relationship with a fictional assassin, or said, maybe I can fix him, congratulations, you're in the right place. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the Feral Fiction Podcast. I'm Ariel.
And I'm Laura, and tonight we're doing a deep dive on chapters 16 through 33 of The Female by Envy Wright.
We'll start off with a plot summary, play a game of red flag, green flag, discuss our thoughts, and rate the book overall. Our summaries may be scripted, but as always, our thoughts are unfiltered.
Let's dive on in.
Last week, we left Charlie on a little cliffhanger, ready to dive headfirst into a crowd of incubi at a gathering of demons. Literally, I'm about to dive in.
She
Splash.
did.
Silas tries to fend off the horde, but it's Azil who really saves the day. He murders a bunch of demons and gets the gang the heck out of Dodge.
They get back to their place, and Charlie is deep in the throes of incubus-induced lust. Gray reveals that she'll be in pain for hours until it wears off, unless she's touched. Lucky for her, Azil wants to help, and so does Gray.
Time passes with Azil spending a while in the pits. Charlie and Gray become increasingly exclusive. Charlie continues her tutoring sessions, and Gray's father calling with a proposal for Azil. Oh, I remember this. I was like, what is this part? So, Gray's father's proposal is to trade Charlie for one of his daughters to bond with and secure an alliance.
Obviously, this dinner, at which Azil is not present, by the way, goes off the rails. No one's traded, but plenty is revealed to Charlie about Silas's preferences. Charlie begins to see Silas in a new light, aka our girl develops a little bit of a crush on our resident fate.
As she's flirting with him, Silas reveals to Charlie what the cause for the female decline is: a lack of oxytocin production because of an increase in male perpetrated violence towards females. Not shocking. Charlie is actually overjoyed to hear this because she figures the information will be spread and the female population can be saved. She's so happy about it that she plants a fat kiss on Silas and quickly learns just how into being dominated Silas is.
But, ever the gentleman, Silas turns Charlie down. Apparently, several centuries is too much of an age gap for Daddy Silas. He can deny, but he is down bad for Charlie. So much so that he searches through time and space to find out what her fate might be. When he's dragged back to the demon realm by Azil's return, Silas and Gray both learn that Azil has made some wild executive decisions.
Azil has decided that the three demons will bond with none other than Shay. Silas and Gray refuse to participate in that tomfoolery, rightfully so. And Azil, ever the jerk, points out that all Shay has to do is wait until Charlie kicks the bucket before she can bond with the crew.
In an attempt to show Charlie that Azil won't hurt her, Gray and Charlie end up in Azil's dreams, where they play audience to Azil's sexy dream, featuring Charlie. And hey, at least Gray gets fed.
Period. Charlie eventually learns that the demons have been sitting on the information about the female decline for quite some time. So long that the human species is set to go extinct within the next 50 years. And Charlie is pissed. She's cornered by Azil while she rifles through Gray's office in search of more information, and they exchange words, fingers, and Charlie makes her position on him touching her very well known with a well-placed punch to the nether region.
Gray and Azil fight over this little incident, and Silas sends them away to smooth things over together. They end up going to the human realm and spending a lot of time in Charlie's little hidey hole in her parents' house, where they can truly appreciate the fear and despair she felt before her capture and sale to them. They resolve to make things right about the females for her, but Azil makes it clear that he can't bond with Charlie, or else the demons he rules will revolt. But that doesn't change how Gray feels, and he still wants to bond with Charlie.
Sure does. Meanwhile, back at camp, Silas and Charlie get closer. They end up spending the night together, but sleeping. Everyone
They were
just
just
sleeping.
sleeping.
Truly, they were just sleeping. And then having some spicy times in the library while Silas admits that he has feelings for her. Gray returns, sends Azil, who has gone to share the information about helping the female population with other demon leaders. And thus ends book 1.
Dun, dun, dun. I feel like that little sloth from that movie. The Cruise! That's the one! The Cruise!
Oh, the Crudes!
I have to apologize to you in front of everybody here because I didn't realize while I was typing up this summary that I had made so many spelling errors.
But I literally was reading and I was like,
handled it like a champ.
thank you. I did what I can. I was just like, I was reading and I was like, wait. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep going.
No, and that is definitely on me because 100% I made a lot of spelling errors. So, big props to
That's
you
okay.
for like reading what it was supposed to say and not what it actually said.
That's okay, because it's life. Such is life.
You know, I feel like for the way that so much happened in such a short time in the beginning of this book, the second half of the book, like still a lot of stuff happened, but it was a lot of like relationship building stuff that wasn't like exciting to put in the summary. So,
Yes. Envy Wright. Come here, Mama. Let's have a seat. Have a seat, Mamas. The way I had such high hopes for the rest of this book because I was so drawn into the first half, and the way I was just slightly let down, my good friend Envy. I was slightly let down. I thought it was boring.
I knew it was going to
Boring.
end on a cliffhanger, but I thought it was going to be a bigger cliffhanger.
What a
Like,
dumb cliffhanger.
it felt like they were standing on the bottom step. That was like how big the cliffhanger was.
No, literally. I was like, this is so anticlimactic. Like, oh my gosh. And the fact that, okay, Charlie's been with them for how long now? And she has no
Months.
sort of, like, other, like, I'm so.
Yeah, no, so for real though. Like, girl, that's your whole purpose there. Like, that's what they bought you for. And you have.
You're literally not doing your job.
I
Like,
am so for bodily autonomy, and like, hear this, every listener, if you don't want to do something, don't let anybody pressure you into doing it. But girl, that's your one job.
your literal one job. And I don't know. I thought that was so dumb that she did not get to any sort of space where she could have any sort of like penile penetration from any of these men. She had finger penetration, but I'm like, you have
Hey.
been with these men for how long now?
So for real. So for real. What is she holding out for?
That's the
I don't know if I
question.
should
What are
say
you
that on
holding
the
out for?
internet.
No, but honestly, I was like, I'm not understanding. But then wants to be jealous of Shay. You should be jealous of Shay, actually. Like,
Although, listen, like we said last time, there has never been a character named Shay that I was like, oh yeah, girl, okay, like, yeah, do you. No. Every single
yeah,
character named Shay,
right.
get her out of here.
Now, do I like Shay? No, I don't like Shay. But Shay can actually provide some other form of pleasure to the men. Ooh. Me and Miss
Ooh.
Charlie.
And you hate a complainer FMC. You hate a complainer FMC. And the way that I was like, I finished it and then I was like, are we going to read the second one for the pod? And you were like, yeah, we could do that. And I was like, are you sure?
Yeah, now that I
Okay.
finished it, I'm like, maybe let's not because oh my gosh, I want us to, and I'm putting this out there to anyone who's listening to the pod who can give us a recommendation of this. I am so tired of getting these whiny, complaining FMCs. I'm so tired of it. I'm so annoyed.
I feel like she grew, like her character arc, she grew
Mm-hmm.
as a person across the book, and I think she'll continue
Mm-hmm.
to do so because there's two more books like of her part of the story. Um, so I think that she has more growing to do, but a little bit, girl, like, and
Yeah.
I really need to put this out there again for any authors, aspiring authors. If we read your book and we talk about your characters, just know that once those characters leave your brain, they're put onto paper, your book is out in circulation, those characters take on a life of their own. You are no longer responsible for their actions, mama. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so Envy, if you're listening to this, hear me when I say, my girl Charlie, she made those decisions on her own. You had nothing to do with that.
Envy,
You
what
gave
I
her
will hold
life
you
and
accountable.
see what she did with it.
What I will hold you accountable for, though, is that ending, Miss Mama. I'm holding you accountable for that, and I didn't like it. But Charlie's actions are of her own. But Envy, I am holding you accountable for the way that ended. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I am negatively saying towards you because I enjoyed the rest of the book. But the ending, Miss Mama's, mm-mm.
Now, I will read the other two books.
Yeah.
I don't know if you will. I will.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see. We'll have to see
Maybe if I
because I
bully you
have a lot
into
of
it.
yeah, I have a lot of other books that I am more interested in reading before that.
So, did you start the Never list yet?
I'm on like page 1.
Hey,
I
but you've cracked the
I
book.
I have to finish Ask for Andrea. It's been sitting next to me on my bed just waiting for me to continue. But I have to finish that one and then I'll probably get to the Never list finally. Um I'm so slow, but I don't
Ah,
know. I don't know what it is about these because the Never list is also a why choose,
it is.
right?
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know if I also just kind of like fell off with this half of the book because it was more so her being more intimate with the other
Yeah.
two as well. I feel like the first half was more so her and Gray. So I don't know if that's also a part of
Yeah.
why this end half fell off for me because you know me and a why choose are kind of
I
like,
feel like you don't vibe with a I choose.
yeah, I feel like if a why choose is maybe done really well, then yes, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this one, I feel like, sorry, I'm saying I feel like a lot, but I think what gets me is that it kind of comes out of nowhere. Like it's always like, ooh, okay, like she's with Gray, blah, blah, whatever. And then it's like, bam, all of a
It
sudden she's
does.
got these, like this man that likes her, and bam, all of a sudden it's this
Right.
man.
I feel
And
like
I'm like,
I, I feel like I feel like this one, like, I think maybe the issue is that they were so like vehemently against Charlie as like any sort of female companion for themselves being Azil and Silas. And they were pretty much like, yeah, I mean, like, he bought her, but she's Gray's. And then it kind of
right.
came out of nowhere where they were like, bam, I like her now.
Yeah, let me stick my pee pee in her. And I'm like, what? No one actually did. But
For real.
they were
For real.
like, we all think about it. And I'm like, since when?
Right.
Also, another thing that I found that I don't like, that will sound really picky, which is one of the reasons why I don't like Quicksilver so much, is I don't like men that are a-holes throughout a whole series and then all of a sudden is like, I just care for her so much.
Right.
No, 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 my guy.
Actions speak louder than words.
It makes me so angry because that's why I did not really care for Kingfisher, because he was so just mean and
He was.
nasty throughout the book. And then he was like, but I did it because I love you. And I'm like, oh, okay,
Oh my god, and
please.
I have the funniest story to tell about Quicksilver and Kingfisher. So I don't know how my husband stumbled onto the book girl side of Instagram. He doesn't do TikTok. He only does Instagram. I don't know how he stumbled onto the book girl side of that app. Probably because I don't know, he's married to me. But he sent me like a thing about it was a reel about a mom who was like listening to an audiobook while she was making dinner, and she's just like standing there and the audio's like we can hear the audio but it's going through her headphones. She's just standing there like and he's playing it out loud on his phone, right? He's playing it out loud.
Oh,
And the audio is from Quicksilver. It's the I'm going to introduce you to all seven gods portion.
oh,
And he's like sitting there laughing, and then he sends it to me. We're sitting right next to each other, by the way, on the couch.
uh-huh.
He's sitting there laughing. He sends it to me, and I'm like, oh, hey, I read that book. And he goes, how do you know you read that book? It was only 2 lines. And I was like, most famous 2 lines in the whole book, my guy.
No, literally, it's a very specific 2 lines. Like, if you read the book,
I'm like, girl, what do you mean? How many girls do you know whose name is Saris? Like,
No, literally,
you
that's
think that's a
true.
popular name?
Oh
Oh
my gosh.
gosh.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. So Azil, really, I was like, I'm not vibing with him. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And then the whole last chapter being like Silas's POV, I was like, what the just
Also,
rip my eyeballs out. Okay, why?
so for real, but the way that he like all of a sudden was like, yeah, let me get in on that action. I was like, girl, what do you mean?
Just random, just random. Oh my gosh. It was like, oh, I can't. I was so annoyed.
It was
I'm
a little
so
fresh.
upset that I
Well, I
spent
mean,
my 13 adult dollars on this audiobook.
not adult dollars.
My adult dollars that I work hard for. I go to work
Oh
and I make these adult
no.
dollars. And I spent 13 of these adult dollars on this audiobook.
Oh gosh. Any other thoughts before we do our feral moment?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have many thoughts. I don't. I don't.
I'm gonna be really honest. Like, I don't even know that I have a feral moment of the week.
I don't either. Let me try to think. What
Feral
drove
moment
me
of the week
feral?
is the segment where we each pick a moment from this week's chapters that drove us feral. I'm gonna be so for real with you. This has been the slowest burn spicy book that I have ever read in my entire life. And there were lots of spicy scenes. Not lots. There were some. There were some spicy scenes.
Mhm.
None of them did.
You,
None.
it's like you can only read about a certain type of interaction so many times before it's like, okay, like,
Right.
can she do something else?
Right.
Can she get another sort of thing going
Like
on?
something else can happen here. Mitts girl.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, I just really want to reiterate, like, feral listeners, if someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to do, you don't have to do it. Do you, boo?
That's right.
But
That's
Miss
right.
Charlie has taken on a life of her own, and she needs to get with it.
She needs to get with the program. I just
For
feel
real.
like a lot of the complaining FMCs that I don't like are also they just cannot take accountability for themselves.
Right.
Like, you know,
Like,
like they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so upset that he wants to feed on someone else, but I also don't want to have sex with him."
right. Well, they just not only can they not take accountability for their own actions, but they also like can't, I don't know, for lack of a better term, man up and do the thing. Like,
Yes,
and then I'm over here like
literally.
Shia LaBeouf in the back going, "Do it, just do it," and
Yeah,
nobody's listening
do
to
it.
me.
No, literally. They want to be just like the laziest. Like they don't want to take any sort of action. They don't want to do the thing, but then they want to be
Right.
upset. I'm like, I just don't get it. And oh my gosh, I feel my feral moment of the week that was made me feral like anger, not feral like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this. Feral
Right.
angry was how mad Charlie was about this whole female thing. Like,
Seriously. I mean, yeah, I guess I would also be mad, but I would be mad in a way that was like, I'm really pissed about this. Now, what are you going to do to fix it? I'm not going to ignore you for 24 hours because you did something in the past before you met me. I'm not, well,
that
maybe I would,
exactly.
but
I'm like, I honestly, I don't even know if I would be upset, but I feel like I would be more so upset in the fact of like, oh man, like this could have saved my parents and not like you're
right.
dooming the human race. Why? And you, because
I
also
mean,
in my point of view, like they don't give a shit about the human race. They're demons. Like,
right. Not only that, but like, I think I might have been more like feral mad from the perspective of like and I think Charlie was, but I could have had a normal childhood. Like I could
yeah,
have gone outside once in my adult life.
no, literally,
I could have had
literally.
friends. Like I think yeah, I would probably be a little bit pissed about the fact that the human race is going to go extinct, but like
Mhm.
I I don't know, a little bit like what's done is done.
That's kind of how I feel. And I was like, that's kind of like, coming to a human and being like, wow, you knew aliens were going to go extinct and you didn't do anything about it. Like,
Right.
who is an alien to me? Like,
How many people were that
I
upset
don't
about the
care.
white rhino going extinct?
Exactly. You see?
Oh man. All right. Well, I don't know. I truly like there wasn't a moment that I was like, yeah, okay. No, not a single one.
Mm-mm.
And that's unfortunate. I
No,
am going to
same.
read the other two books because I feel like there are going to be some more. I don't know. I got back on my hockey grind set though.
Uh-oh.
So now I have to get I know. I know. I got back on my
Ooh,
hockey grind set. So
okay.
I did Bonds of
Okay.
Hercules, Blood of Hercules, Bonds of Hercules, and now I'm in a hockey romance. So I might be stuck on hockey
Okay.
romances for a minute.
Nice.
Okay, red flag, green flag.
Oh gosh.
Do we
What
have
am I
any
even
green
gonna
flags?
say?
This is a segment where your
Ugh.
feral hosts rate character actions and debate if they are red flags or green flags or yellow flags or orange flags or beige flags or black flags or any, amalgamation of
Any color
any
flag.
color flag. What color flag is it?
Oh, that's what we should call it. What color flag?
Hey, we should actually. We should change the name. All in favor, say
Yeah.
aye. Aye. All right. Maybe I should
Uh,
change that now. All right. Any red flag or green flag moments?
I don't know. I feel like Miss Envy Wright has some very blatantly obvious, like they're either red flags or they're green flags. It's so
Yeah.
hard to pick like a scene. Let me think. Do you have any?
Okay. Silas going to look for, oh my god, Charlie. I forgot her name for a
Because she was unforgettable. I mean, she is forgettable.
minute. Oh no. Silas going into like the fated realm to look for Charlie's fate. Cause he's not supposed to do that.
Yeah. I will give it a. I'm trying to think of all our flag colors.
Green flag is good, then beige flag, then yellow flag, then orange flag, then red flag.
I'll give it maybe a beige because I know it's going against the rules and everything, but I
Mm-hmm.
think he was trying to do it for a good reason.
Yeah.
Um, because I think he was like, "Oh, I feel bad because it's like selfish," but I don't think it was super selfish because I think he's trying to like use it in that point as like a justification of like, "Oh, Charlie's gonna be with us as like a bonded mate or not."
Right.
Um,
I don't
and
know. I
I
feel like
would
that's a
think
little
that
selfish.
I felt like I felt like it was a little bit, but then I also was like, thinking of Azil and Gray because I was like, if
Mm-hmm.
they are gonna be bonded mates, then it's with the three of them, and he's trying
Right.
to do this to like, okay, make sure that if Charlie's gonna be our bonded mate, then you need to like leave Shay alone and stop like,
Right.
doing whatever. But then
Yeah.
also I'm like, what could he have done with that information? Because when he was in bed with Charlie telling her about like her mom's fate or whatever,
What?
which was wild,
Yeah.
um, he was saying that like you can't speak of fate to like someone else, like you're not supposed to like
Right.
talk about a fate that is told to you. So I'm like, if he did find out about Charlie's fate, like does that not apply to him? Can he tell
Right. What's he gonna
Azil and
do
Gray
about it?
about it?
Right.
Right. So at the same time, I don't know. I feel like it's like he wasn't supposed to do it, and it
Mm-hmm.
was a little bit selfish, but I
Mm-hmm.
do feel like it wasn't completely for his own gain, it was for the three of them. So I'll
Yeah.
put it as bait. What about you?
Uh, yeah, probably beige. I feel like, girl, you know you're not supposed to do that, but
Yeah,
what's it gonna get you?
right.
I don't know. I was trying to pick one that I didn't feel like was so obvious.
No, that was good because I feel like all the ones that I can think of are obvious. Let me see. Let me try to get a good one. Um,
Let me go back in the book and see what I annotated. See if there's a gold mine in
I
there.
um I annotated just one part, and it was when we got the realization moment that Nicolette, that is Asmod's wife,
Oh yeah.
was Gray's Nicolette.
Mhm.
That was the only thing I annotated because I was like, wait, 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 Nicolette, as in like Gray's
Right.
Nicolette, and then a couple sentences later, it was like they explained it, and I was like, oh, um, let's see. I honestly literally have none. I feel like all the ones I can think of are like blatant red flags. Like, hmm.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I annotated something about that too.
Yeah.
My annotation literally says it did not clock to me that the wife was the last girl Gray brought home.
No, literally, I did not clock that T until I don't know what was said, but it was like when Nicolette got passed around, and then I said,
Yeah.
Nicolette.
He
That's
said,
when I
yeah, he
like
said I'd be
clocked it.
wrecked if I had to watch another one of my loves be paraded around. And I was like,
Yeah. Yes. I was like, oh.
And
Okay,
then
I think I
go ahead.
I was just saying I think I have a red flag, green flag, but I forgot it. So you keep going. I forgot what it
So
was.
last week we talked a lot about um Gray like hanging out with Shay and not having told Charlie about like that she would be there, that he wasn't going to be with Charlie during the gathering. Like at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of this section that we read. One of the things I
Mm-hmm.
highlighted was Gray saying, I had no idea she would be here and I hate myself for not warning Charlie of the possibility. My annotation says, oh, and there it is.
There it is. I
So,
knew there was gonna be some sort of explanation.
well, because Gray is just a little baby cinnamon roll of a demon.
Mm-hmm. He is.
So
I do love him.
he's like the most ADHD cinnamon roll puppy dog of a demon that there ever was.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Poster child
And
for all.
Gray, literally. And Gray, from his point of view, I feel like he has such good intentions. Like, I feel like when we get to everyone else's point of view, they're like, oh, Gray didn't tell you this. Gray didn't do that. And in
And
Gray's
they're all
point of view, he's like,
annoyed with him.
yes. And in Gray's point of view, he's like, okay, I'm going to tell Charlie this when I see her. And it reminds me of this issue that I had when I was working back in Omaha,
Mm-hmm.
where I had to call a doctor for this kid just to like get some more information. And they were coming in for an appointment that afternoon. So I was like, I'm going to talk to the mom and be like, hey, I spoke to the doctor. Just a heads up,
Mm-hmm.
like this is what we talked about. I bring her into, they get there, I bring her into the room. Before mom sits down, her phone rings. So she's like, let me take this phone call, leaves, comes back in and says, hey, the doctor just called me. You called the doctor this morning? And I was like, I literally was about to talk to you about it as soon as you sat down. And I feel
Right.
like that's what keeps happening to Gray. Like, as
Yeah.
he's getting ready to like say important things or like do important things,
Right.
someone else beats him to the punch and makes him
Right.
look
Where like
bad.
something else happens and then he forgets. That happens to me all the time.
Yes.
Wildly
Yes.
unmedicated over here. Oh
Same. My ADHD is rampant right
man.
now.
Oh no. I'm trying to look at my other annotations. I don't really have anything else that I was like, oh, that could be a red flag or a green flag.
I really have nothing. Everything was so blatantly like a red flag or a green flag. I'm just like,
Are we surviving these men this week?
ooh.
I don't know. I think I
Let's.
would have. Let's start with Azil.
I was about to say, let's start with a seal.
I think I
I
would have been
quite.
murdered.
I was about to say, quite frankly, I think Azil would have killed me. Like, Azil would have been
Yeah.
either like, one, why is she crying all the time? Or two, why is she sassing me left and right? Like,
I think my neck would have been snapped when I punched him in the nads.
oh, yep. When Shay was there and he was like, we're gonna bond Shay, I absolutely would have burst into tears and he would have been like, this dummy,
One.
get her away
And
from me.
but you know what? Good on
I
Charlie for
would,
not bursting into tears.
yes,
Instead,
good
she
on
was
her
just
because
like,
she always cries.
she does. She cries a lot. I would have cried. I
She
would have been
always,
like,
when she was sitting on Silas's
"Please,
lap crying,
do
no,
you
I
not
would have
like
been bawling.
me?
I would have been bawling. I would have been like, take me back.
Sell me to somebody
And we
else.
know Azil gets real weird when people cry. So Azil would have been like, I've had enough.
Oh man. And listen, I really feel like I wanted Shay to get her neck snappy snap.
Yo, me
Just
too.
just a
I
little
She got off real easy.
the way I wanted to punch her in the face. And I would have done it
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then I would have been dead.
exactly.
Oh, Silas.
Yeah, I feel like we surviving him. He doesn't do anything too crazy.
Yeah, no. He's I don't know. He is
Yeah.
like this, and I don't know if this is purposeful, but he has this like ambiguous, like side character energy right now that I'm like, but he's part of the crew
Yeah.
and he's not participating.
Yeah,
Not
he's
a
got
Winter
such a
Watcher
weird.
situation.
Oh no. Oh geez, no. Please God, no.
Oh
He
god.
he's so, I don't know. I feel like he's got such a weird role. Like,
He has
I don't
such
know.
a
His
vibe.
role in the book was odd.
I mean, I just
But
feel like he's weird about his feelings.
mhm.
So, I don't know. I might have expired from boredom with him, actually. So, for real. Although,
Yeah.
his preferences are interesting.
His preferences are really, really interesting. However, I feel like it's the people with his personality that have those preferences.
That's true.
Like
That's true. You know what?
they
Actually, so
it's
for real.
those they
It's
be having those
those
preferences.
people.
So
I
it's
actually annotated
not that they're
I actually annotated the part where the Gray's dad and his sister had come to dinner, and she's all over here like, the
Mhm.
gender doesn't matter as long as he's being held down and called a good boy. And my annotation says, oh, got him.
Yeah, I was like, interesting.
Oh, man. That is interesting. Interesting.
I did not expect that from Silas, but good to know.
Are we surviving Gray?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't
Without a
think
doubt.
Gray is surviving
Gr-
us, actually.
That I was literally about to say that. I was like, the question is Gray surviving us?
No, and he's never
Because
gonna. He never was gonna. He was always gonna
no,
be just out of the running.
no. Yeah. I feel
Unfortunately
like
for
men
him.
have to survive us. Yeah.
Unfortunately
I,
for him, his feral, psychotic toddler ADHD demon cinnamon roll energy is gonna preclude him from continued participation in life.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I feel like men like Gray, characters like Gray will have to beware of us, of the people like us. We
Oh, what
would
does
be
that
the
say about
demise of Gray. We'd literally, I think we'd send Gray into his villain era. He'd be like, these
actually
girls are driving me
so for
nuts.
real? I think we'd be just a little bit too mean to him, and he'd be like, ugh, fine, I'm gonna go back to the incubus den.
Literally
I'll show
just a
you.
little bit. Yeah, he'd be like, I'm leaving. I
Never to come back again.
Oh my gosh. Throwback. You used to love that song.
He'd pull some Jesse McCartney.
I'm leaving. What a vibe. What a vibey song.
You know what? Actually, every single thing that Jesse McCartney has ever done has been a vibe.
A vibe. A vibe. A
Continues
vibe.
to be a
I
vibe. Continues to
Listen,
be a
back in
vibe.
the day, if you would have asked me who I was gonna marry, it was either Nick Jonas or Jesse McCartney.
It was gonna be Jesse McCartney.
I'm just
And
I'm
I don't
just
care that he
saying.
had that stupid 90s hair.
Okay, there was this one, I remember this, this is so off topic, but there was this one music video for Halloween Town, not the good Halloween Town, like the one, I
Oh,
think
like
it's
two
when
or three
she
or
went to
four.
college.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like one of the lead ones when she went to college. Blah. But he
The
had
one where
that
they
song,
replaced her?
Baby. Yes, he had that song and he's like flying around on the broom and he's like, take me on a journey. And I will never forget, I went feral for that music video. Like, I was in front of the TV, like, yeah, you got me. I was like, yeah, Jesse McCartney. Watching him on a
Oh
broomstick. I was
no.
like,
Listen, Jesse McCartney, if you're listening, baby. Please know that
Jesse,
I
that
don't hold
music
your
video.
frosted tips against you.
Oh, the frosted tips. Ooh,
I
scenes that had me
understand your
feral, the frosted
publicist, your
tips.
stylist probably made you do it.
Oh my gosh, that was a choice. That was a choice. Ooh,
You know what?
I wish we could
Actually,
go back to that time.
every single show that we watched as kids that we were like, oh my god, the main girl in this show is so cool. Halloween Town, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Every time they went to
Mm-hmm.
college, the whole show tanked. Tanked.
Plummeted, literally. I will not forgive them for tanking Halloween Town like that because
For
Halloween
real.
Town 2, Calabar's Revenge, top tier television.
Fire.
Okay,
Fire.
top
Fire.
tier. But then whenever they switched up the Marnies and Marnie goes to college, I said
Yes.
literally tanked.
And that's how I felt about
So
Sabrina the
bad.
Teenage Witch. Because when Sabrina went to college and she wasn't with Harvey anymore, I was like,
Mm,
what do
tank,
you
tank,
mean you're
tank.
not going to become Mrs. Harvey Kinkle?
No, or literally, like, so that's So Raven. They have like a
Yes!
new spinoff now for the younger kids, and it's like Raven's Home, and her and Devon aren't together. How
That's how
dare
I
you?
felt
Like, how
about
dare
Fuller
you?
House, too. That's how I felt about Fuller House.
Yeah, like, how dare you? That was a love story for the ages when we were young, and now they're
So
just
for real.
not together. What is
So for
this?
real. No.
Ugh,
I
we should be show writers.
Yeah, actually, so for real. I mean, we have a successful show. And by that, I
Everyone,
mean,
make
we
us
have
even more
4
successful.
subscribers.
Yay! We're looking to add more.
Shout out to our 4 subscribers. Thanks, everybody. Oh, man. Well, now that we have flown so far off topic, what is what is our spice rating?
I'm gonna give this a 3.
I'm gonna agree with you, actually.
Yeah,
I
I
just
give the
I
book a
didn't
3
feel like
total.
I just didn't feel like there was anything that I was like, oh, and that's hot and heavy. Even when they were in Azil's dream, I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was like, go girl, give us nothing. Like, we got
Practicing
nothing,
some
but
light voyeurism, like, all right,
yeah,
go.
nothing. It gave me nothing. I said,
Yeah,
cool.
this was a 3 because there were still like, I mean, there were explicit scenes. They were open door, but
Hmm.
I did not feel like they were not that feisty.
Yeah,
Overall
I
stars.
agree.
Oh no, overall stars. I can't. I don't know if I can look as your star rating plummets.
Here we go. You guys know that I am the harsher critic of us two.
That's true.
I will I will have to. Ooh. I'm going to be nice.
Oh,
This is me being nice. A 3.
oh
That's me
no.
being nice.
Oh
Oh,
no.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I was debating giving it a 2.5, but I'll give it a
Oh
3.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, it really, which is so unfortunate because I don't know what did I give it like a 4 or like a 4.5
I
last
think
time?
you gave it a 4.
Yeah,
Oh
it
no.
really, I mean, it really tanked for me in this
Mhm.
back half. Like, it just, like, not enough important stuff happened, which is crazy because the first half was so good and intriguing and very plot heavy. And I typically like when it's like romance building and things like that,
Mhm.
but I don't know if it was just the combo of the why choose with all three of them. And then like I said, I'm so tired of an annoying FMC.
I didn't really feel like there was that much romance. Like, despite the
Yeah,
relationship building, like, I didn't feel like there was romance in a
yeah, that
romance
is
book.
true. Like it just was
Mhm.
right. It was just like it was like they would just have these interactions with each other and be like, "Oh, the attraction is growing." And it's like, "Is it though?"
And so often her reasoning behind, like, hey, let's get spicy was, oh, Gray needs to eat. Like, girl, you can't treat it like it's a chore.
Yes, yes, yes. That is so true. Literally every time she'd be like, "Well, this is my job. Gray's hungry. Time to get spicy." It's like, "No, girl." And she's so in denial. I'm like, "Is it that bad for you to be attracted to somebody?"
For real. And, like, girl, again, your entire job.
No, literally, you could be with a pack of ogres slurting you out.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's true. That's true. And she even
Like,
said that.
and you're with these three fine men and you're over here crying daily? Girl, I'd be getting to work. Like,
Listen,
if
ain't
that's your
nobody
job,
ever said a Virgo was bad at her job.
that period. I'm just like, come on. Like, it could be so much worse for you. Why are you so like so
For
not
real.
good at this? Oh.
I
So
I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
give
And
it,
she just really drove me nuts.
yeah. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 in the hopes that reading part 2 and part 3 is gonna elevate the story.
I hope so.
Because I finished it kind of a long periodically time ago, actually.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
finished it probably like Thursday or Friday of last week, and I liked it then. And then when I sat down to do the summary and I really thought about it, I was like, I don't really know that I really liked it that much. But like I said, I'm really hopeful for parts 2 and parts 3 that they're gonna
Hmm.
edit that. That's what
I
I
hope so.
got. Do we don't have a feral fan confession this week, but I am waiting on permission. One of our feral fans, wow, words are really hard for me. One of our feral fans has made question mark made found, I don't know. We discussed a lot last week what we thought each of the MMCs looked like, and we got a DM that has fan art versions of each of them, like how she kind of pictured them as she was reading. I'm just waiting on her permission, but hopefully I'll be able to put them up on the screen. I don't know if this is going to be the middle or if this is going to be the middle. I'm going to put them up in the middle, wherever it is. Oh.
Add me in the group chat. I want to be in a group chat with Feral Fan.
Girl, you have access to the pod TikTok. You literally can go
I
look
want us to be in a.
at it. By
I want us to be in a
definition.
group chat. I want us. I want us to be
By
in a group chat.
definition, it's a group chat.
I want us to be like, hi.
I'll put you in a group chat with her. Anywho, if I can put those up on the screen, I will. That will be fantastic. That'll be our feral fan segment of the week. Predictions about what we might do next.
I don't know. We're such mood readers.
We really are.
My only request is that
No, I
it
choose.
doesn't. No, I mean, no, I choose no annoying FMC. Yeah, I want like so when we read the book of Azrael, Like, I want a badass FMC. I want another Diana. Like, I want someone that's like not letting these men stomp all over her.
So
I want like a solid girl.
our book club that we're both in has taken on a little bit of a dark romance turn. Thanks, girls.
Yeah.
So a lot of the books on that list are also dark romances. I wonder if we pick a one from there, because our next one that we're supposed to do is a hockey romance.
Oh my gosh. I've actually never read a hockey romance, so maybe we can do that.
What do you mean you've never read a hockey romance? I love a hockey romance because
I
then they do
never
the
have because it has not interested.
girl.
I don't know, something about sports romances just don't interest me. I like
I
the occult and paranormal.
okay. All right, we might have to pick something different then, but it's a thought.
But I'm
Who
down
knows?
because I have to read it for book club anyway. So
Well, you gotta read the other one for book club
well,
first. I don't know. Let me
it'll get
ask
done.
y'all.
It'll get done.
If you have a
Yeah.
book that you want us to read and deep dive, you can comment. You can DS us. Yeah, there you go. Nintendo DS
Nintendo
us.
DS.
You can DM
Nintendogs.
us. You can Nintendo. Oh no. And with that, good night, America.
That's our cue to GTFO.
To go to bed. No, if you want to DM us on TikTok, we are on there. We are at feral.fiction.pod. Again, I don't know where the middle is going to be. So if it's over here, if it's over here, it's up there. I don't know where it's at. The QR code to find us on TikTok will be in the middle of the screen. So you can just do that one.
Yes.
We'd love if you'd give us a like or a follow. We never post anything on the TikTok for the pod, so
We are
what you're gonna
claiming that
like.
we'll get better. We will one of these days.
One of
One
these
of
days,
these days we will.
100% we will. Yeah, it may be
Yeah.
in several years, but until then,
We will.
you can give us a like or a follow.
Alrighty. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Alrighty, see you Friday.
See you Friday.